IVM.
Hey everyone, you're tuned into Tech Careers in the New, the podcast series presented by Accenture. And I'm your host, Shiladitya. Next week will be the last episode of the season. It's been a lovely journey talking to all these interesting people in the tech sphere and understanding how careers in tech are, of course, built. On this last episode of the season, we'll be discussing 5G. It's a brand new technology and it's going to be really interesting. We are talking to Anita Kembhavi, Tech Portfolio Delivery Lead, Advanced Technology Centers India, and Mathangi Sadilya, Managing Director, Industry Practice Lead, CMT, Advanced Technology Centers India. Here's a snippet from the episode.
You mentioned the practice which the discipline which you're in is anyway so new. How does that bring us to what we're talking about today, which is 5G, and what really is it? What is actually the big new thing with 5G?
Yeah, at the very basic, it's another standard in cellular technology, and we've heard about. The generations in cellular technology has evolved over the years now, and we've all heard about at least 3G, 4G is something that everybody
Correct.
would have heard about, and it's a real step change from the fourth generation to the fifth generation, actually, in terms of mobile technology specifically. That's 5G at the very basic. What this means is, there are 2-3 ways to look at it. Most discussions that you would be hearing about 5G talks about 3 key attributes of 5G, like there's low latency and reliability, there's very high throughput and bandwidth available in terms of mobile broadband specifically. And last but not the least is about massive communication between devices. So this is kind of the 3 attributes that you would normally hear about 5G when you talk about it. One interesting other way I've seen it being introduced in terms of what characteristics 5G brings, or how do you define the networks for 5G, is what Hans Vestberg, the CEO of Verizon, was talking about in January this year at the CES, which is 8 currencies of 5G, as he calls it. So it's about throughput and service deployment, and we could go into details of this, eventually. But it's about throughput and service deployment. It's about connectivity and mobility. It's about latency and reliability, and last but not the least is how can you make sure that energy efficiency is also available in this context with the power of 5G.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed listening to that, tune into the full episode next week. Until then, I'm your host Shiladitya on Tech Careers in the New, the podcast series presented by Accenture.